at the calendar. Remember grades in today? Yeah, technically grades in today, but we all know my grades isn't until the day of the test. So, that's a little different. But I will be putting in grades based on what's there. Hold on, one second too. Really quick. Jason, be quiet, please. This test isn't until May 1st, roughly.
Is there people at the door?
No, roughly May 1st. So you have a long time till this test, okay? But yeah, all right. Grades technically go out next week. So if there's a day where we are reviewing and you want me to put in missing work, I will. But know that I won't spend my time doing that when I have a backpack full of stuff to do. Jason, stop talking to her.
I was just asking her.
No, grades. Don't. And Snapchat has nothing to do with Erie State. I have impeccable hearing.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
She says that.
You said that right about.
I just talked about it.
Hey, Jabba, we're taking notes, sir. This thing up here, it's called a notebook.
Wow, that's your something. I'm guessing you didn't miss it.
Actually, I was very set up yesterday in the cafeteria at the doctor's. I had my table, and I had my iPad, and I was watching TV, watching TV. And I had my coffee, and I had my stacks.
Why do you listen to shows?
Because it distracts me more. Like, if I feel like...
It's because you listen to country. See, if you didn't listen to country, you'd be fine.
I don't listen to country all the time.
Huh?
I don't listen to country all the time.
But you still listen to country.
Because then it gives me something to look at besides, like, staring off into space.
Who really listens to country in here?
No.
I do.
It would be like really good.
Yeah.
It's you? Who else does listen to country? Why would you listen to country?
Why not?
Because it's so annoying. It's like,
You're not.
no. See, rap you can get down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it depends who.
That's designer. A lot of them.
Designer's trash.
Designer.
He's just yell the equation for like so long. Like through the
All right, Jason, I need you to grade and shut up so I can teach.
Look,
That's good.
I'll teach it.
No, because you've never learned this.
Yes, I did.
No, you have not.
Okay, well, I can teach.
All right, classify triangles, day 2. We are going to add in Pythagorean theorem today. So remember the other day I said we classify triangles based on distance, which was our sides, correct? And then I said, Ashley, take out your earphone. And then I said we were going to classify triangles based on angles, but we need to use Pythagorean theorem. So that's what today is. Okay? So if you want to put a note on the Wednesday, that was based on sides a little bit more. That was your homework, was based on sides. And tonight's homework is based on angles. Okay? So classify triangles, day 2. So if you remember right here, I said we use distance formula to do it by sides. And that's what you did for homework, yeah? And then this is based on angles, and we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, which is what I'm going to show you right now. All right? I think it's chapter 4. All right. how do I classify triangles by their angles? Because that's what we're doing. Let's do this. Let's refresh our memories. What is Pythagorean theorem? First, what's Pythagorean theorem? No one knows. It's freaking awesome. For a quiz coming. What's the equation? Close. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. What does Pythagorean theorem tell you? It tells you if you have a right triangle. So it determines if the triangle is right. You can also find a missing side, which I think we need to practice really quick. Which I didn't go over the other day because we ran out of time. But let's use it to find a missing side really quick. So let's do an example of that really quick. Let's do this triangle. We have triangle ABC. We have, I don't know, 7, 12, and x. If you remember the other day, I said your hypotenuse is always which one? It's the longest one, but it's always, this one doesn't have all sides, so are we going to call it 12? No, which one is it? It's x, because it's always across from the right angle, okay? So right here is your hypotenuse, which is h, or which we call letter C. All right? 12 and 7 are just your what? A and B, which are called what? Starts with an L. Remember? You have 2 of them. Legs. Good. So if you want to remember this, it's also hypotenuse squared equals leg squared plus leg squared. All right, questions? All right, so it says hypotenuse squared, which is the same thing as c squared, correct? So we're going to say c squared equals a squared plus b squared. What is c? It is x. So we have x squared equals, what's a? Okay, 12 squared plus what's b? 7 squared. Good so far? Now what? Square. So what's 12 squared? 144. Plus, what's 7 squared? 49. So x squared equals, I don't know. Add it. Get a calculator, I don't care. $193. Okay, then what do I do? What do you think I have to do? We square root it. now we have to take the square root of both sides, so now we're going to plug in the calculator. X is approximately. So if we need a calculator, get one. What do we get? 13.89? Done? Let's do one more of this type, and then I'll teach you the next part, because we're going to switch it up just a little bit. Alright, so I give you another triangle. I gave you that the side AB is 6 and side AC is 15. What side are we looking for? We're looking for BC. We're going to call that X or whatever letter you want to call it. Where is your hypotenuse located? Across from the right angle, which is which one? 15. This is your hypotenuse, which is letter C. What is letter A? Which one do you want to call letter A? 6, which is your leg. And your leg on the bottom is going to be letter B. Yeah? All right, set it up. What's your C? 15 squared. Good. Equals what's your A? 6 squared. Plus what's your B? Very good. Use your calculator to find 15 squared. Remember, if your calculator does not have the squared button there, you can't find it. What does 15 squared mean? 15 times 15. Okay? So in case you can't find it, it's 15 times 15. 225. Equals, what's 6 squared? 36 plus x squared. We're solving for x squared. So if we're solving for x squared, what do we need to move? Very good. Subtract 36 from both sides. So in your calculator, you're saying 225 minus 36. 189 equals x squared. What do we do to both sides? Square root it. Was it? Oh my God. It's his birthday. X is approximately what? 13.47? That was special. 75, just kidding. There you go. We good? Questions? Really quick, annotation. This right here is called what? Square root. This is called what? Eight. No, it's a 9. It's a 9. It's a 9. Know the difference, please. It's a 9. I give her okay on the bottom. We good? Okay. Let's talk about triangle inequality. All right, so there's this lovely thing called triangle inequality theorem. So triangle inequality theorem is based on using triangles. We're also going to have what in our answer? An inequality. And theorem is like a rule. Okay? And triangle inequality theorem says this. It says the sum of two sides of the triangle is greater than the third side. So the sum of two sides of the triangle is greater than the third side. What is summing? It doesn't mean total. What is summing? It means you're adding. So let's draw a triangle. This does not have to be a right triangle. Okay, we good? We have triangle A, B, and C. Yes? Ready? It says this. It says if you add, pick a side. Let's start with A and B, right? It says if you add AB plus, what's another side on this triangle? BC. Got it? We good? When you add these two sides, it must be greater than the third side. Then what side? AC. If this works, you have a triangle. Do you understand? If it doesn't work, do you have a triangle? No. But it also says that, let's just take another side. Let's say BC plus, let's not use AB because we use BC. So what other side are we going to add? AC. Good. Has to be bigger than what side? Now I'm using these two. Has to be bigger than which one? AB. Make sense? I'll highlight them in a second. Then it also says, we just added this one and this one, we added this one and this one, so which one do we have to add now? AC and AB also have to be bigger than what? BC. Good. If it doesn't work, do you have a triangle? No. It has to work, therefore you have a triangle. Make sense? I'll go over examples in a second. Are we good? Okay. Now let's talk about classifying triangles. So that's determining if we have a triangle, right? The other thing we have to do is classify the triangles. How do you classify triangles? Based on angles. What kind of triangles do you have based on angles? There's four of them. What is it? Obtuse triangle, acute triangle, right triangle, equal angular. Equal angular means what? All angles are the same, which means they're 60 degrees, correct? Okay. Now, today we're only going to worry about three of them. Acute, obtuse, and right. Do you understand? So we're only going to worry about acute, obtuse, and right. Who is it? Third way. Yeah. Only going to worry about these three. So make a right triangle. Let's start with right. Olivia, are we taking notes? A right triangle, we used Pythagorean theorem. We said it was c squared equals what? A squared plus b squared. Notice the equal sign. It must be equal. Okay? It must be equal. For an acute triangle, has to be less than. Where's Pythag? Has to be less than. C squared is less than a squared plus b squared. Less than? Yeah. Where's what? And for obtuse, what do you think? What do you think it's going to be? C squared is greater than what? A squared plus b squared. So when you're solving this today, you do not get to say, no, it's not a right triangle. Do you understand? You actually have to tell me. So if it becomes less than, you have to say, oh, it's because it's an acute triangle. Or if it's greater than, it's an obtuse triangle. Do you understand? So you need to know all three differences. Whether it's less than or that it's greater than. Okay? Let's do examples. Let's start with triangle inequality because that's the hardest. So I want you to state if the three numbers of the can be measures of the sides of a triangle. So let's start with 6, 9, 24. 6, 9, and 24. Ready? Okay, it says that any two sides when we add them is greater than what? Than the third side. So, what are we going to do? What do you want to add? 6 and 9? Sorry. Well, what? Has to be greater than the third side? So 6 plus 9 has to be greater than what? 24. What's 6 plus 9? 15. Is 15 greater than 24? No. Okay. Seven, 5, and 12. What do we get? You get 12. Is 12 greater than 12? No, it's equal, right? Okay, another example. Let's determine if it's acute, oops, the letter C. Acute, obtuse, or a right triangle. Understood? I just turned the page and I had it right there. Here we go. 6, 7, 9. Determine if you have acute, obtuse, or a right triangle. Which one's letter C? 8, 6, 7, or 9? Which one's C? 9. What do we get? So let's see, we said this is C, that means this is A and B, right? So we're going to say C squared, we're going to leave this blank. A squared plus B squared, yes? Because we want to see, is it less than, is it greater than, or is it equal to? Okay, so what's C? 9 squared, we don't know what it is, it's blank, equals 6 squared plus 7 squared, yes? Okay, what's 6 squared, or 9 squared, sorry? 81 is something. 6 squared is what? 36 plus 49. What's 36 plus 49? 85. Ladies and gentlemen, which one's bigger, 85 or 81? 80 what? 85. So if it's a less than, what kind of triangle do you have? Acute triangle. Good. Does that make sense? Let's do another one really quick like this. Yes. 8, 3 square root of 73. 8, 3 square root of 73. The thing you have to do first is determine where square root of 73 lies. Is it the biggest side, or is it in the middle, or where is it? Is it the biggest side or the smallest side? It's the biggest one? So then that should be labeled what? C. What do you want to call it? A? 8. What do you want to call that one? B? Okay. So what's C? No. What is C? Square root of 73. going to show you how to use a calculator. A is what? 8 squared plus what's B? 3 squared. In the calculator, go ahead and plug in square root of 73. Then press the squared button on the calculator. What do you see happening? What do you get? You get 73. So let's just talk about what this means. I think we talked about it the other day. It means the square root of 73 times the square root of 73. Yes? You're allowed to multiply 73 and 73, which is the square root of, I don't know, it's a really big number. What is it? $1,000. What is it? Yeah. That's what I want. 5,329. I heard 1,000. Then if you plug this in the calculator and say square root of 5,329, guess what you get, ladies and gentlemen? 73. Okay? So this just becomes this. Got it? If you plug this in the calculator, it does it for you. You're not allowed to make it a decimal. Do you understand that? Okay? You're not allowed to make it a decimal. You actually plug this into the calculator and it goes away. Okay? 8 squared is what? 64 and 3 squared is?
9.
9. Very good. What is 64 plus 9? 73? Are those equal? So then what kind of? It is a right triangle. Does this make sense? Let me do one more triangle inequality where it actually works. Really quick, so we can see one that works, so you can prove it all the way. 6, 7, 11, using triangle inequality. 6, 7, and 11. Triangle inequality says when you add 2 of the sides, it has to be bigger than what? The third side. And it said any 2 sides. So pick 2 sides. What do you want to add? 11 and 6? Okay. So 11 plus 6 has to be bigger than what? 7. What is 11 plus 6? 17. Is that bigger than 7? Yes. We have to do this 3 times then because we need to make sure it works all the time. So what else do you want to add? 6 plus 7 has to be greater than 11. Good. With 6 plus 7? 13. Is that greater than 11? Yes, it is. So far, so good. What other 2 sides must we add? 11 and 7. Good. What's 11 plus 7? 18 has to be bigger than what? Does it work? So guess what? Is it a triangle? Yes, it's a triangle. Does that make sense? I wanted you to see one that actually worked so you know. If it works, you have to do it 3 times. Got it? If it doesn't work and you do it once and it doesn't work, you're what? You're done. Questions? Alright, so your homework. Let's talk about it really quick before I give it to you. Numbers 1 through 4. There's plenty of room. You're going to classify the triangles, but it says state if the 3 numbers can be the measures of a triangle. So in other words, are you doing this or are you doing this? You're doing this one. Okay? So for 1 through 4, you're doing this. Then 5 through the rest, which is 10, it says state if each triangle is acute, obtuse, or right. So then you're doing like example C and D. Understood? Are there questions? All right, write your summary.